Good morning, beloved. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever it is that and you are watching the broadcast. Hello, 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 hello. It is absolutely wonderful to connect with you, to say hi, hello. How do you do? What is happening? What's going on with you? Blessings, 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 and more blessings I speak unto you. For those of you who will be live this morning, yes, I love it. For those who will hashtag and replay it, um, I could appreciate that. And for those who will be on and I don't know you on, and I might not never know you on. All right, now let's do what we do. And then for those who will be used by Papa at some point down the road to encourage this girl, let's make it do what it do. Let's make it do what it do. Um, so y'all, the title of this is SLQA plus. Because I am talking specifically about the Self Love Queens adventure, but I am not talking only about the Self Love Queens adventure. I am talking specifically, but not only. Job well done. I sat here this morning at the conclusion of the Self Love Queens Adventure 2025 Aruba edition, feeling fulfilled, satisfied, complete, feeling in awe, feeling this sober, mm, yes. A sober yes, girl. You was created to do this kind of thing. Yes, you can curate experiences, transformational experiences at home and abroad. Yes, you have more than enough love with which to share with others. Yes, yes, you have an abundance available to you to live out that which you desire to live out. Yes, yes, we are more than sufficient to do in all of us, to do the thing that is in our soul to do. We are more than sufficient. We're more than capable. We are more than able to do exceedingly abundantly, exceedingly abundantly above all we're able to think or ask, according to the power that worketh within us. We are beyond capable and beyond available, beyond ready to do the things that only we can do. You are, I am. You have evidence, I have evidence. Beloved, let's trust the evidence. Let's trust it. Let's trust what the evidence tells us. This has been an amazing conclusion to, um, this has been an amazing conclusion to um, this version of the vision. Did y'all hear that? This version of the vision, this edition, rendition of the vision. It has been an amazing, it has been an amazing entire time. We could have stopped at the first day with the first experience, and that could have been it. But here we are. But here we are at the conclusion. Job well done, Catherine. Job well done. Job well done. Life. And behind those incidences, those experiences, those places where you simply declare, job well done. Because you've deserved that. You've earned the right to tell yourself, job well done. Man, I can't even, like, it's such a sober. Do you know how something is so complete? That joy, the feeling of joy, just feels the description of it. If I was to use the word joy, the emotion, it doesn't encompass it. It can't be encompassed in joy. There's this sober, satisfying truth to it. That's just sober, satisfying, yes. Right? A sober, satisfying, yes. And I am beyond grateful for this, yes. Yes, I am. Beyond grateful. So, beloved, I invite you um, to live out your soul's cry, to live out your life's um, desire, to live into it, to lean into it, to let it be your truth, to let it be your yes, to let it be your absolute, right? Live out that for yourself, where you give it to yourself over and over and over again. You know what? When you give it to you, do you know how many others are going to be blessed because you said yes to what your soul has to birth? Do you realize that you not only are you going to be blessed, but others are going to be so tremendously blessed because you said yes to what your soul is desiring to birth, right? And so I just invite you to that. I invite you to live out your yes. I invite you to show up with your yes. I invite you to let the results of your yes bless people beyond what you can imagine, right? I invite you to that way of being, to that yes. Good morning, cousin. Happy Monday to you. Much love to you. All is well, and I pray the same for you. So I invite you to let your yes bless this universe of ours, to let your yes be a blessing to the universe because it is. Because, because when your soul has expression, we all benefit, right? When your soul, like that truest part of ourselves, that part that is not limited to or is not determined by what happens in the external, but that soul part of ours to allow full expression of it. I've allowed full expression this week. This week. So tomorrow will be day 7 that we had it to Aruba, day 7. And and we're here another day. Most of the ladies are leaving today. Most of them are leaving today. And we get to have one more day of just kind of nothingness, right? One more day of nothing. And I am grateful, beyond grateful, for the realization, the materialization, the manifestation of vision that came from the heavenlies, okay? All right. And we all have that though, if you tap into the divine part of your being, if you nourish the divine part of your being, if you make that part of your being available, then beloved, then you will indeed, um, you will indeed have potential and possibility that serves you, right? You will indeed have potential and possibility that serves you, right? That serves you. But not only you, it will serve others. Well, we all have potential and possibility already that serves us. but it only serves others if we live it out. It only serves others if we give that to ourselves. It only serves others if we show up in that way for ourselves and for others. Otherwise, beloved, intuitions, hunches, like die with us. There's an amazing poem by Howard Thurman that talks about that very thing. And it talks about all that's in us dying with us. Look it up, Howard Thurman's poem about taking your gifts to the grave with you and how angry they are at you, that they never got to be expressed in this earth because they're in you in order to be expressed. They're in you in order to be served to others. They're in you in order for others to benefit from the blessing that is you, from the blessing, from the benefit that is you. Beloved, I am beyond ecstatically grateful to just have this opportunity to report in Catherine, job well, Catherine, job well done. Job well done. We have had a beyond amazing time. We really have had a beyond amazing time. It's been transformative, right? It's been a transformative time, and so and transformation isn't limited to an event. It's not limited to an activity. We are to be continually transformed. We have not come here to stay as we are, as clearly not, right? Because think about it, when we're born, there's I don't even know the word, ginormous amounts of change, transformation that happens in the first 12 months of life, right? In the first 12 months of life. And what if the true invitation is for us to transform that substantially for the rest of our life? What would that invite of you, beloved? What would it make available for you if we are called to be transformed in that way for the rest of our lives? I'm just saying, that's something. That's something. And I know, I was reminded one time that everybody don't want to do this. Kathy, that ain't for everybody. Everybody don't want major change in their life, and everybody don't want the upheaval of transformation, and everybody don't want. Okay, I get it. I get it. And change is inevitable. And I'm not saying if you don't want it the way that I do it, I'm not saying that that's wrong or you're lacking or anything. I'm just saying that I'm called to deep transformation and to create opportunities for others to experience it, right? That's what I'm called to deep transformation and to make sure that others are experiencing that transformation. That is how I'm called, and that is that I'm invited to in life, is to have that as a part of my life, right? Deep, substantial um, transformation and possibilities and all the things. So, a transformation, at least to the point um, that we offer our gifts, that we show up in a way that allow our gifts to be. I think that kind of transformation is non-negotiable, right? Now, we all might want to not always be reading something like me, always be learning something, right? Always be looking for the next version of herself, but also satisfied and content with this version. Y'all know, right? We got to be satisfied and content with this version in order to really make space for the next version. Otherwise, we just keep tripping over ourselves. Otherwise. And so that's what I invite us to. Whatever that looks like for you, beloved. I am in no way um, setting myself up to be the guru of whatever. I'm just saying, job well done, Catherine. Job well done. And I'm inviting you that when you have your experiences, when you have your opportunities, when you have your possibilities for showing up, that you end with a job well done. Don't wait for somebody else to tell you job well done. Don't wait for the claps from others. Don't wait for the accolades of others. Because the truth of the matter is, if they give it to you and you don't give it to yourself, it still doesn't last. It still does not take care of the whole that exists within. It still does not. So it's imperative that you give yourself the job well done, with or without others giving you the job well done. Let me tell you, ain't nobody got to pat me on my back because I've already pat myself on the back, on the shoulder, on the arm, on the head. Job well done, Catherine. Job well satisfied in myself. That describes it. I've been trying to figure out a way to describe what I'm experiencing now after after the 2025 Self-Love Queens Adventure Aruba. Satisfied in my soul. See, the word joy does not encompass all of that. Joy is a part of it, but it's so much deeper than that. That's what it is. I am satisfied in this soul of mine. Yes. All right, girl. Go on and get that satisfaction. Go on and do your thing. Yes, yes, yes. That's how I talk to myself, just in case you didn't know. So if you are challenged with congratulating yourself, if you are challenged with recognizing how you've shown up in ways that are life-giving, if you are challenged with those kind of things, you can go on and do what you need to do. I'm good. The noise isn't a problem. If you go on and do that, then I'm just saying, how you go not congratulate yourself? So congratulations, Dr. Catherine E. James, for your fifth Self-Love Queens Adventure, but the first abroad. The first abroad. About 6 years ago, um, God dropped this idea, this notion, this vision of the Self-Love Queens Adventure. And he said, take a small group of women all over the world and show them where my hand has touched. And let me tell you, there's a spot on this island where his hand has touched. And that's how we capped the Queen's Adventure, taking the ladies to that spot where his hand has touched. My soul is satisfied. A deep, 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 deep satisfaction. Job well done. You go, girl. Do that thing. Yes, yes. And don't hesitate, y'all, to give yourself the accolades that is yours. We've been sold a bill of goods, this notion about being boastful and full of pride and this, that, and the other. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. If you don't acknowledge it, if you don't give it to yourself, if you don't say it, right? And you know the difference. You know the difference when you just like all out of pocket. And because that's ego. I'm not talking about ego. I'm talking about a deep satisfaction, your expression of a deep soul satisfaction, not ego on parade. That's a mic drop right there. I'm just saying. That's a mic drop. I'm not talking about ego on parade. Ego, you know what that looks like. I'm talking about a deep soul satisfaction in display. Mm, mm, mm. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate you. I value you. At the moment that Abba gave us our breath, me and you know what we did. We forfeited, we relinquished, we gave up the right to not be amazing. You don't have a right to not be amazing. I don't have the right to not be amazing. All right. Have a fantastic day. Bye bye for now. See you tomorrow.